The Mercedes A-Class used to look like this. Yes, not a real eye-catcher, but at the time the only vehicle from Mercedes in the compact segment. But a lot has happened since then.
In 2012, Mercedes presented a completely new, radically changed design for the A-Class. They got away from the old boring vehicle into a new and very stylish compact class. And since then, they brought up a complete lineup of compact vehicles, and I now have a closer look into the design, which has changed from then to now.
With a new shape, the A-Class now also appeals to younger customers and was able to expand its target group significantly. However, with the B-Class launched in 2011 and updated in 2014, Mercedes continues with the idea of a minivan in the compact segment. Then, with the introduction of the 2018 model, the design of the B-Class changed significantly. Thanks to a longer wheelbase, a slightly lowered roofline and wheels up to 19-inch in size, it now looks a lot more dynamic. The impression is underlined by the now flatter front section with slimmer headlights. In addition, many hard edges were removed and the proportions have been adjusted, so that the sports tourer now looks less like a tourer but more sporty. During the development process of the 2018 A-Class, the designers also got rid of a lot of lines and edges. Particularly striking is now the softer and less steeply rising line on the side, which also could have been found on the former B-Classes. In addition, thanks to new, slimmer and diagonally arranged headlamps, the A-Class features a much more aggressive face. In conjunction with a wide radiator grille, this creates a much more sporty look. Gordon Wagner described it like this during the world premiere of the A-Class.
The car follows our essential purity philosophy. That means we have something that is really, really hot and emotional and even sexy on one hand. But on the other side, we reduced the lines, we reduced the surfaces, we reduced the message. And by combining these opposites, I think we made a very, very progressive message for the next generation A-Class.
In addition to the radical change in the A and B class, Mercedes has now expanded the range in the compact segment to a total of 8 models. Today the A-Class, A-Class Sedan, a long version of the sedan, the B-Class, the CLA as a coupe and shooting brake, as well as the GLA and GLB, are now in the sales room of the Mercedes dealerships. And every single vehicle represents the brand's new design language. A big change can also be seen, for instance, in the faces of the vehicles. Where previously standard bulbs were used, LEDs can now be found.
Thanks to the LED technology, lights of a car are getting more and more important for the designers. So nowadays you not only find special daytime running light signature for every brand and every car, you also find different headlamps. And thanks to this, the face of your car is now dominated by its eyes. At the rear with the taillights you can really see how LED changes the whole game, because we do not only find splitted taillights now, which is easy today, we do also find indicators which are dynamic, and we do find, as here, very nice shapes, very precise and very modern and new. And so this is something that gives the designers completely new opportunities when they talk about designing a car.
The greater variety of products creates completely new challenges for the design team. With the GLA and GLB, crossovers and SUVs can now also be found in the compact segment. The current Mercedes GLA has been recently launched, and despite its SUV genes, it should also look sporty. Only the claddings on the wheel arches and sills, as well as the fake underride protection and a slightly increased ground clearance, are typical for an SUV.
The side of the GLA really is a good example for this new sensual purity. You do not see any hard lines except this one here. The rest is just something that just flows, so very smooth, very easy.
With the more practical orientated GLB, the designers face completely different tasks. Because as the only compact Mercedes with up to 3 seat rows, it is relatively long, but should not look like this.
Mercedes said that it was very important for them regarding to the design to make the car look a bit shorter than it really is. And they did some nice things to make this happen. So for instance, if you look, this line here gives an extra kick to the top here, and that makes it that when you look at the side of the car, you stop looking here. And so the car looks shorter than it is. Another thing is we have quite high windows at the side, and that makes the car look higher than it is. And this, on the other hand, makes the car look shorter as well. But very important with the car is, of course, it is an SUV, and therefore it does not only feature 20 centimeters of ground clearance, it also features these wheel arch claddings and the claddings here on the side, because this gives the car the more robust look.
The key features of the Mercedes brand, such as quality and comfort, combined with modern technology, are also expected by customers in the interior. And so a lot has happened over the years here as well.
Nowadays, the designers do find a lot more to play with at the interior as well. So we do not only find new surfaces and new materials, we also find monitors, we do find touchscreens. We do not only find knobs and buttons anymore, there are sensors. So there's a lot more to explore and a lot more to work with.
Where black, grey and beige used to dominate, today's things are much more colorful. In addition to surfaces made of different woods and metals, you can now find glossy black, carbon fiber and many colored applications. And this, of course, also can be found in the AMG models of the actual series. In 2013, Mercedes presented the AMG A45 and with it, its first real compact sports car. Today there is a performance variant for almost every compact model available, which makes the designers face new challenges. Because in addition to the sporty look, the AMG models have to keep their promises on the track, partly thanks to their aerodynamics. Since the launch of the first A-Class in 1997, more than 7 million vehicles in this segment have been delivered by Mercedes worldwide. And the market for compact cars continues to grow, which is why we will see many exciting developments in this segment in the future.